Hi everybody, welcome back to Sociology. Today we're going to be continuing to talk about small group control devices, specifically how they're used in something called multi-level marketing. Now, for those of you that don't know, multi-level marketing is a business approach. It's a type of company, okay, where instead of using traditional sales methods such as stores, they have what's called the direct to marketing. So it would be instead their approach is to recruit people to essentially go out and sell their product for them. So these are products that you can't buy in stores, but may be purchased in from friends or family or something on those lines. There are some very reputable multi-level marketing programs. Okay, there are some less than reputable ones. Okay, now what happens is very often is when there's an economic downturn, and there's probably sure to be one again sometime soon, is that these things will come out of the woodwork and they will come looking for you, and they will have the promise of working from your home. They will have the promise of being your own boss. They will have the promise of steady, regular income. A lot of things that are very attractive to people like recently in the job market. So if you've been laid off or you're just turning the age to get to a new job, these things will become looking for you. If it was just that, I wouldn't have to do a lesson plan on them. However, they do things that a little bit differently than standard companies, and there are not standard hiring practices. Generally, because there's not salary. Okay, you're not paid. Very often you pay to participate in these organizations, and that's where things get a little bit hinky. So I'm going to walk you through this, how simple this is. This is this easiest way that this can be done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rent the Apache room at the Comfort Suites right down the road, and I'm going to sit there and I'm going to think about how to make money. So it's just me. One, okay, just me. While I'm thinking, I get probably free coffee for my rent for the room, but then I come up with a really good idea. I'm going to rent the Apache room next week. I'm going to invite 2 of my friends. 2 and 3. And I'm going to charge them $50 a piece to come and hear me talk. They're going to agree to it. I'm going to have to be very convincing, but they're going to show up and they're saying, why are we here? And I'm going to tell them that I've got a great way for them to make a lot of money. What we're going to do is we're going to rent the Apache room, the Comfort Suites, next weekend. Okay, with the $50 I got from each of them, I was able to pay off the room. So my first week, I've already not lost money. For each friend they bring, who they're going to charge $50, I will give them a cut of what they bring, and with the promise that I'm going to explain to them how to make a lot of money. So, 2 is going to bring 2 people, 4 and 5, and now we've got 6 and 7. 2 and 3 no longer have to pay $50. Okay, but we've got 4, 50, 100, 150, $200. The room cost us $100, which leaves us with $100. I will take 50 of that, and you will each get $25. So in the 3rd week, I've already made $50. In the 2nd week for these guys, okay, they're making money. It's 100, 200. Yeah, they've already made $25. The point is that once, so everyone's going to show up. Guess what we're going to do? I'm going to tell them how to make a lot of money. Guess what the answer is? We're going to rent the Apache room, Comfort Suites next week. And they're going to invite 2 friends, or if you invite 3, you get even more. And you get the gist. And what we have here is a lot of money coming into the Apache room. Well, it's coming into me. The Apache room still only cost me $100. For everyone above you, you're going to get a certain percentage of money. Or, excuse me, below you. All right? So when number 8 comes into the room, I'm going to say, who invited you? And they're going to say 4. I said, oh, well, I know who 4 invited, and the money will just filter up. The more people you invite to my seminar, the more people, or the more money you make. So within a very short amount of time, you can be easily making lots of money. Now, what this may look like is something called a pyramid scheme, and that is illegal. That is extremely illegal. You're not allowed to do that because we're just paying people from the bottom to the top. But if I attach a product to it, for instance, to sell knives or some sort of energy drink, or it can be anything, insurance, it is now no longer a pyramid scheme. It is now perhaps called multi-level marketing. And unfortunately, the results are the same. Okay, these people very often will be paying for these seminars. Okay, because these seminars are encouraging them to do better. I'm giving them sales techniques. I'm giving them a lot of advice in terms of how to sell the product that I'm presenting them with, and I'm also encouraging them to buy the product that we're going to be selling. So let's just take knives for instance. I will convince them to buy lots of knives. The more knives they buy, the more the better profit margins, the lower the price they were per unit. Okay, but they're not going to have to sell the knives. This is what I'm going to tell them. I'm going to tell them you're going to get people to sell the knives for you. Okay, so you're going to go out and recruit more members, more people under you, which is exactly what I did the very first week. And if I did it, you can do it. That's the pitch. So I will tell you the tools. I will give you lots of advice to have you go out there and sell knives. And I guess by the end, you're supposed to sell knives door to door or something along those lines, or on the street. I don't know. But that's not the problem, because you won't be selling knives. You'll have people selling knives for you. This is the promise again. Now, it is accurate. They're not exactly lying, because they'll have something called testimonials, which I'll call up numbers 2 and 3 who did make money off of my system, and I definitely made money off of my system. The problem is, the further you get down the chain, the less people exist on the planet, okay, and the less people exist in the area, all right, and then there's no one left to recruit to get under you to sell this product. So the reason that this has to do with small group control devices is because when you go to a seminar, very often it is not simply, hi, welcome to the seminar, here's a very great knife. Okay, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to employ as many of those small group control devices as possible. All right, so you're definitely going to have music. You're definitely going to have lots of call and response. For instance, who's ready to make some money? No, I don't think that was good. I said, who's ready to make some money? You know, get everyone cheering one more time. I said, let's make some money. Right now, everyone's like, woo. By doing that, I'm getting the room in that mental malleability state where I can then, you know, impart, well, my eventual goal, the only goal I actually have, is to get them to write a check. Okay, I may pitch it as I'm trying to help you make money. And that's not exactly true. I want to make me money. That's why I'm running a multi-level marketing. Okay, if you make money, that's great. Okay, because it makes it less of a pyramid scheme. But I don't actually care if you make money. I want myself to make money. So we're going to do music. We're probably going to do lots of clapping. We're going to use a lot of jargon. So the industry is rife with buzzwords like matrices and edification. Okay, try using that word in day-to-day life. Lots of levels. There's and when you first arrive at the seminar, you're going to be like, I don't know what they're saying. Oh, it will make sense. We're a very loving family. Lots of love bombing. Okay, so just you feel free to look up online lots of these marketing techniques. It was interesting when I was looking it up for you guys. I found how to do it. Okay, I was surprised that there was so much information on step-by-steps how to make a good presentation, and it was essentially doing all the things. I don't know if they're aware that they're perhaps manipulating people, or they don't care. I don't know, but just so you know that it is a very powerful thing. If you know somebody that has made money, well, that's fine. Okay. There should be full disclosure for a lot of these companies. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of regulation or oversight as to how their businesses practices actually are affecting their customers / salesmen, which they are. You're a customer and a salesman simultaneously. But if you really, really do get involved, I would strongly recommend that you keep a ledger of money going in and money going out, okay? And if you take a vacation where they want you to go to a seminar in Vegas, that's money going out. You can't don't justify it in your brain, although that would be tempting. It was just a vacation, but you wouldn't have spent that money if you hadn't gone. Or the marketing books, the marketing materials. Very often people say, well, I can use this marketing material in life, so it wasn't really money going out. If you spent money on something you otherwise wouldn't, that is money going out. All right, and then money going in. All right. Of course, another pitch is, see, this gets very confusing, is that you now have product. Okay. So, for instance, Vima, Verb, which was an energy drink in Tempe, which is now illegal. Well, they went bankrupt because they're a pyramid scheme. They made the pitch that you're buying energy drinks anyway, so why not just buy energy drinks for us, and then you can sell them. Okay. So then people wound up, and you can see horror stories online of people with garages filled with product that they're never going to be able to get rid of. Okay. And then you can go to eBay and you can find that stuff, and it's everywhere. All right. So this is not just me. But if you do get involved, make sure you keep an honest ledger of money going in and money going out. All right. To make sure that everything's on the up and up. The reason I bring this up, and I think this is an important thing, is because they will become looking for you, and they will want to have you invest. And the promises are very, very attractive. Okay. Be your own boss. Don't make money for somebody else. Okay, make money for you. Believe in yourself. Here's the opportunities that you can have. The pitch is fantastic, which is why it's so attractive, and it works around the world. Unfortunately, the legitimacy of those claims are dubious at best. All right, and when you enter into using small group control devices, okay, such as all this clapping and guilt, or almost every single one. You're leaving critical thinking and logic and reason out of the equation, and you're now making an emotional appeal. And you're going to see in some of these songs where the Herbalife song, which is one of my classics, says things like, "You don't have to think, you just have to believe." Okay, we will do this together. Okay, they're now talking about the group doing these things, not the individual. All right. And that's a very powerful force. And remember, now you're leaving you and your reason behind, and you're allowing the group think for you. It's in the lyrics to the song. Okay, I cannot make this stuff up. So thanks for watching, and be wary of anyone trying to ever make you money. Okay, because by and large, people don't want to make you money. If someone starts with that pitch, red flag. All right, see you guys. Thank you.